Howdy, folks, it's Creeps, and today I'm not in my usual spot. That's right, because I am the Salisbury Zoo. Crow and I decided to come out and take a look at things. We're going to do a walkthrough. This is a free zoo. It's magnificent for a free zoo. So please, how about joining me, huh? Now, right inside the door, or the gate rather, that's where the sign was, right over there. You have a spot to donate, which we do. And then we have a greeter today. Seek and support the wild guest service station at the Salisbury Zoo. And we've got QR codes for Join the Zoo Foundation, Wild Nights at the Zoo. Is that an all night thing? Like a camp out thing?
No, it's just for a couple hours.
Should do it overnight. Awesome. And Animal Care Academy. So you got the QR codes. I'm sitting on there. Pause it. Oh, we'll put in some dollars.
Thank you so much.
Certainly. Right. Now you can get a physical map right here, or you can get a map that's on a virtual map on your phone. I've been here so many times, I'm not using a map at all. So that's and of course, yes, all activities are monitored by video surveillance. So don't be doing weird, creepy shit in here. It's the zoo, folks. It's family friendly, yo. And then, of course, you'll find these little kiosks all over the place. And it has the bulletin board inside with a lot of the ones that I just showed you. They have all kinds of events here, all kinds of family friendly stuff. And keep in mind, everybody has families, okay? So, the Salisbury Zoo, this is on a screen. That's a TV screen monitor. And so you can check out where you are. There's also the QR code for the map that I told you. So you can take one with you. And then that way you know where all the things are, the first aid, the restrooms, sensory advisory area. Ooh. Crowd, loud noises, quiet area, strong smells, visual. So we've got these things in particular are interesting because they're not your usual things. So you've got the crowd, loud noises, there's quiet areas, strong smells, and there's visual. A lot going on here because it's a zoo. Okay, and this is new. This is open. You could never. You see the fence there? Goes all the way down the entire length of the Wacomico River. You didn't really have access to it other than a sort of a. There is the walkway, the dock that goes out. I call it a dock. Pier. Maybe it's a pier. It doesn't have any of the boats on it, but that's it right there. That was your only way to get down to the water. But now, look what's happening here. We are, yeah. Oh, grab chairs if we wanted to. I think they might have a problem with that. Okay, this is interesting. They're taking, obviously these were used for other animal purposes, and now they're using them for, yeah, habitat. But it's gorgeous. The Wacomico River is really amazing. Now, I don't think you can fish in here. You can see the bottom all the way across, but it's very there's a little dam there, doesn't let the water through. For your safety, do not go beyond signs or enter the water. No fishing or swimming. That answers my question. But yeah, you can certainly come back here. I could bring my my laptop. Well, no, I don't have a Wi-Fi signal. Well, I could come here and write. Come here and edit. And look, the geese. They're not trying to kill us. They have the best necks. I mean, look what they do with them. They're just like a little crook neck thing going on. Crow and I are headed to the dock, the little pier thing, because we saw something moving across the water and we want to check it out. And it looked weird, but on the way, ooh, we have this. There are really gorgeous statues throughout. And I promise you folks, we're going to see live animals that aren't ducks and geese. This is cute. What? Oh, ah, cool. One of the new zoo critters. Oh, cool. Got the QR code right there, vulture, a metaphor. Cast Iron and Steel 2026, Bill Wolof. And it's gorgeous. It's a nice looking thing. And as Crow has pointed out, I'm going to do a slow turn here. We have our first animal. He is new. What is he? Warthog? No,
Where they come from. There's a small.
And of course, as soon as you come over, he hides.
A little group of them. Right there.
Ah, the Lovers. Kieran John Zealous, the Lovers, bronze and wood. Okay, he's drinking out of a mud puddle. Right here next to where we're looking down at him.
He's digging a wallow.
Oh, I see what he's doing. He's going to lay down there, isn't he?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Or maybe we disturbed it. But look at his fur. Isn't it pretty?
It is actually. And they have, they've got a nice pool in there. And a nice big space. What used to be here? I don't remember.
This was still part of the Ria's.
This is a look at the opposite side of the little picnic area they've set up. We were standing over there, and we actually came in that entrance here. We didn't realize you can walk all the way down and then come out right here. And so you've got a whole space with two entrances, probably a fire thing. Here is another statue, gorgeous, by Sammy Bufano. Bubbolini is the name. It's made of iron, 2026. And there is a QR code if you want to know more info. I had said that I wouldn't be able to do the laptop without Wi-Fi, but that is a myth that has been disclaimed, let's say. Is that even a word? Well, it is now. Spider monkeys, black-handed spider monkeys. Okay, now here's the thing about at the spider monkeys you have to keep in mind, and they have scrubbed off the walkway here. The walkway usually looks more like this bench. So you always have to be careful over here because if you look up top, and you look real hard, you can see the nests. What are they? Great blue herons?
Yeah.
Great blue heron nests. They nest right in this area up here for some reason, right here. And then what happens when you have birds over your head is this. So always when you're looking at the spider monkeys, keep in mind you might want to have a hat on. Okay, Crow just pointed this out. Look up, and of course that up there is where all the nests are. Oh, they're everywhere. It says in spring, trees at the Salisbury Zoo become a nesting ground for great blue herons. The zoo provides a safe place for the birds to raise their young. The nearby creek provides fish and other aquatic animals to feed the ravenous chicks. Ravenous, huh? Enjoy watching the nest as the parents come and go. Watch the chicks take their first flights. And here we go. One word of advice. If you see a nest, don't stand directly underneath it. Pieces of fish, among other things, like I just showed you, sometimes drop down. So, yeah. I don't know where you were going. Yeah, it's a poop and fish. Pieces of fish. I did not think about that, but yeah. I haven't seen any of that, but apparently somebody has.
This is his half-sister, Ripley. She is about 8 years old. And then in the tunnel over here, we have Sadie. She is 27 years old. She is Ripley's biological mother. And then acts as kind of a stepmother to our male Rosendi. So these two, they had different mothers but the same father. And they were all born in the Nebraska Zoo. And so, as you're seeing them climb around, they have what we call a prehensile tail. This means it's like basically a fifth appendage for them. So you'll see them using the tail to grab their food. The gentleman was grabbing mulberry leaves out from out of the exhibit earlier this morning. Now, they get a diet of fruit and protein in the morning. So some of the protein they're getting today are these like specially made for monkeys. It's almost like a biscuit. We'll feed them their fruit traditionally inside so that they don't get territorial over it. And then we'll feed them all their vegetables outside. And some of their favorites are corn, sweet potato, celery is Rosendi, our males, that's his favorite. And so you can see whenever he's not using his hands, we do a lot of training with all of our monkeys. One of the most important things we train them to do is to take a voluntary injection. So we slowly work their way up to a voluntary injection, so it makes getting them for vet checkups much easier and much less stressful on both us and them. So it's something really cool that you'll see at a lot of zoos, not just here. A lot of in-depth training we do with our monkeys as well. Does anybody have any questions so far about them?
What's their lifespan?
Lifespan. So, I mentioned Sadie, she was born in 1999, she's 27. In the wild, it's about 25 to 30 years. The longest in captivity was about a little over 60 in mid-60s. So they can actually live for a long time if under the proper care. They're predators. I think traditionally it would be in their range, you would have more like jaguars that would be predators. To young, you would have like larger birds would be somewhat of predators. I'm not 100% sure nowadays because there's a lot less jaguars that would be around.
People.
Yeah, people, habitat destruction, people, illegal pet trade, all those kind of things. And I like to always mention when you're at like a zoo, we do the best to do animal care. We don't ever get anything from the illegal pet trade. It's all animals that were born in zoos and enter trading between zoos with animals and stuff. I always like to make a point of that. We don't have the otters anymore. Their exhibit was actually torn down a few years ago just because it was an older exhibit. Bear-wise, last year we sent the female Chaska. She just went off to her home. I believe she went towards Kansas City. One of her last children went to Switzerland, and Pinocchio, the father, he went to Nashville right now. And the reason why we're going to tear down that exhibit, and we're going to build them a brand new one when we bring them back. We will. Our goal is, it's a long-term goal. I always say 2030. We're hoping that everything's built, and hopefully they're on the way back then. Yes, I will mention it. Any other questions about our spider monkeys right now?
Ready? Where are you going?
Look up. So I know if I release striped crow, I can eventually find them at the hookup spot, which is here where Theo the crow lives. Who always flies on the other side when I am getting ready to film him.
Oh, project box.
Oh, he's got things to do. What do you call that? A project box?
I mean, I don't know what it's called, but that's what I called it.
Water, and then there's beavers that are in there too somewhere. I hardly ever see them, honestly. But there's Theo the crow. American black crow. Magnificent bird. Wish I could shoot him so you could see him without the gate, the fence in front of them. But take my word for it. And then we have, one thing awesome about the zoo is that every space is taken, and if it is not with a official zoo animal, they do build habitats and little areas for the local fauna and flora to flourish. And right here, you're looking for chickadees, downy woodpeckers, and cardinals, none of which I see at the moment. And I believe we are heading into the wolf habitat, which is really nice. It is indoors. Let's see, pavilion. They have twinkle lights for at night when they do things. And of course, it's myriads of information. That's where the wolves are. There are wolves here. There are wolves here, I guess. And then the Wi-Fi course is free. And the white-tailed deer, red wolf. These are plaster castings, looks like. And then the wood duck and the beaver. I like that they got the front and back paws there. That's kind of fun. Cass is the best service dog that ever lived. Truly. Yeah, you're hearing them. They really are. And now it's over here. So I showed you this part. But over here, oh, another trash can animal. The parrot on this one. Free Wi-Fi. This is the second room. We got bubble lights in here. I've never been here at night or after dark. I need to do that. Legacy of Captain John Smith right here. We are in like pioneer, pilgrim, explorer area, and Captain John Smith was a part of that in the Chesapeake Bay. Whoops, that's why. Why aren't they birds? They're mammals, that's why. And that is a bat house. Did you know the common little brown bat eats about 500 mosquitoes per hour? 3,000 per night each. We need bats.
So we order some from Timor?
Oh my goodness. And then this is the third area. So there's three, and it's kind of U-shaped. I didn't realize it. See, there's the first room, crows there in the second. I'm gonna have to walk into the last one. We have the honeybee. Improving ecosystems one backyard at a time. This, okay, I'm gonna get over here. You need to take a screenshot of this and start planting these things. Our property is a certified national wildlife habitat, and we're very proud of that. We could keep things living. And then we've got some more statuary. But properly it's so because the wolves are right over there. And here we have, that's interesting. I do not know. Where's the plaque for this one? I don't see one. Maybe that's what that hole is in the front. Maybe, I don't know. It's gorgeous though. And it overlooks the Rias who are getting fed right now. That wasn't advertised. But yeah. Nothing really exciting. It's just a zoo worker throwing out cabbage. Wow. To have the privilege of being on that side of the fence has got to be just amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, here to present to you the most magnificent bird on the earth. Our mascot of the United States, the bald eagle. Again, sad to see him on this side of the fence. I believe he's injured, which is why he's here. I don't think he can be released. So we get the privilege of hanging. And maybe he's making runs with the Rias. And here we have the Canada lynx. I don't know why it's not a Canadian lynx. There he is over there. One thing you can always be sure of, and I'm going to say this for any zoo, you are going to end up with more butt shots than anything else. There he is. Oop, got something out of there. Something good. Everybody's getting fed today. Major predator exhibit is in honor of the Honorable Elmer F. Rourke, Mayor, Stephen H. Graham, Zoo Director, George Day Mengeson, Chairman, Zoo Commission. Project sponsored by the Salisbury, JCs, and other major contributors. And there they all are. You can take a look if you want. But there's a lot of folks that get involved with the zoo. It's an awesome zoo. And it is free. Did I say it's free? It is 30 minutes outside of Ocean City. So you literally don't have to drive through much of Salisbury to get to the zoo. It's on the eastern edge. So, okay, now I'm going to do a welcome to my world thing right here because I was shooting the bronze. I turned around and Crow is absolutely missing. At the zoo, okay, I lose Crow at our house. Never at the zoo. I am never going to see them again. This is Rhea again. Okay. A little kid assured me that it was okay to get up here. This is a sculpture donated by Turner Sculpture in Only, Virginia. Only Virginia. Only. And since I'm up here, let's just do a roundabout on him. He's got the turtle here. This is a curious fawn checking out a little turtle friend. And yeah. Turner Sculpture donated this. Doesn't say that they had anything to do actually with the sculpture itself as far as making it. That's unclear. But there we go.
You see him?
Prairie dog sighting.
Oh, jeez.
Again, lettuce. There's absolutely no nutrition in that. They're getting hydrated.
Good lettuce.
And here we have the prairie dog enclosure. You saw the other one eating lettuce. There's a whole group of people over here. So I let that go. And oh, wait, we do have one. Look at that down there. There he is. They look a little bit like guinea pigs, eh? And there it is. He's still eating lettuce. And there's another one there. Wow, they really blended in. Yes, and a part of the American West, the American bison. It's the largest land animal in North America. The males can weigh up to 2,500 pounds, and both sexes have horns. Formerly inhabitants of central plains and prairies of North America, they are now restricted to protective reserve areas in state and federal parks. In the middle of the 19th century, there was estimated 60 million bison, and by 1989, the development of the railroad, uncontrolled hunting, and the increase in agricultural development had reduced the entire population to less than 1,000 animals. The dedication of the New York Zoological Society, his majestic beast was saved from extinction. Bison, to rid themselves of parasites, frequently wallow in dust or mud and then rub against boulders, trees, or other objects. They feed in the early morning and late evening and rest in the daytime. Yep. During the July to September mating season, the bulls fight for herd dominance. The gestation period is about 9 months, and the calf will nurse for a year. Life expectancy is 30 years. They feed on grasses and plants in the wild, and here at the zoo, they eat grain and hay, or at least this guy does. He's just resting because it's the afternoon. Right, Mr. Man?
He's so pretty.
So, these are different than buffalo.
Yeah. We don't have,
And buffalo are extinct.
we don't have any native buffalo. Buffalo
Okay.
are
Extinct.
across the way.
What do you mean? So this is what we had
They're in,
all
like,
along.
the African
Okay.
area.
So these are
actual
the same
buffaloes.
ones that the Indians were hunting.
Yes.
So we didn't have buffalo. We had bison.
Yes.
Huh.
That is my memory when I looked them up.
We've got a nice big enclosure here. And so I'm going to look that up too. And I'll post here on the side whether or not that is correct. And it sounds perfectly reasonable. There's the other one. And males and females with a horn, so I don't know which one is which.
They're called buffalo, but they're not.
I think I learned like in grade school that it was buffalo.
It's just people call them buffalo, but they're not.
And then somebody told me that they are related to buffalo, the original buffalo, but they were bred with regular bulls to keep the species alive, and that's why they call them bison instead of buffalo, because they're half-breeds. So, folks, I'm going to look that up.
Doing it right now.
Crow's doing it right now. Crow is my Googler today.
Oh, wow. Matriarchal society.
Oh, the chicks take over.
Very protective of their young, of course.
Oh, of course.
Bison live in matriarchal family groups ranging in numbers from tens to thousands of individuals.
Okay, so I just also wanted to point out that, can I get that? Oh, there they are. That this was not just a Google AI thing that they took it off of. It was from the Nature Conservancy. Did I say it right?
Yeah.
And so it wasn't just Google. Yeah, so that's accurate information. Nature Conservancy should definitely know about the bison. And here we have a stage. This is a stage probably for wildlife exhibits and things like that. But it's a nice size too. And then right over there is the Kona ice truck. That's where we came in. So this is where we're going to end it today. And we're going to catch any other one. I think we're going to come in the east entrance next time. The one's closest to our house. So stay tuned. Thank you for being here. And if you enjoyed these videos, please do all the things the minions have. So can you. And so the video is done.